All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you're exhausted by the wild west of crypto, where prices are driven by literally nothing but hype and social media noise, pay close attention. We're breaking down the LMP token. LinkersMap has engineered a fascinating automated system where token demand isn't built on speculation but is hardwired directly to everyday e-commerce. Let's pop the hood and look at the engine.
Here's our roadmap. We'll move beyond the crypto hype, dissect the anatomy of the token, dive into the buy and burn engine, and explore the liquidity pool. Then, we'll check out the e-commerce flywheel before wrapping up with a reality check on risks.
First up, moving beyond the hype and prioritizing real commerce over pure speculation. At its core, LMP is the LinkersMap Business Token. Think of it as the digital lifeblood of the platform. Instead of relying on a viral meme to drive its value, its demand is generated by real people buying real things. Every time a merchant makes a sale, it interacts with this token. It's an asset explicitly built to mirror actual ecosystem growth.
The contrast here is stark. Traditional crypto models operate on pure noise, fleeting attention spans, and speculative bubbles. The LMP model completely flips that script. It relies on shopping carts and actual merchant adoption. We're trading the chaos of community hype for the measurable reality of transaction volume. Real utility is literally the only metric that matters here.
All right, moving on to the anatomy of LMP. Let's look at the core metrics.
So, LMP operates as an IRC-20 business token on the InterLink chain. But the crucial metric you need to understand is the hard cap. There will only ever be exactly 100 million tokens. Not a single one more can ever be minted. Unlike fiat currencies that can be printed endlessly, the supply is mathematically locked in code. It was seeded into a liquidity pool with a 1-to-10 starting ratio of ITL to LMP. Keep that fixed supply in mind, because it's the bedrock of everything else.
Next up, the buy and burn engine. This is how activity actually turns into demand.
Let's walk through what happens when you buy something. Imagine purchasing a product on LinkersMap for 100 ITL. Instantly, an automated smart contract intercepts that payment. 95 goes straight to the merchant's wallet. Business as usual. But it's that remaining 5% where the magic happens. That 5 ITL is programmed to automatically purchase LMP directly from the open liquidity pool. But the protocol doesn't stop at just buying. The system executes a ruthless 3-step sequence. It buys the LMP, sends it to a dead address, and permanently burns it. Think of it as a digital black hole. Those tokens are erased from circulation forever. This means every commercial transaction naturally creates buying pressure, adds ITL to the pool, and systematically chokes the available supply.
Let's look inside the liquidity pool to understand the automated market mechanics at play.
So how is the price actually set without a traditional order book? It relies on the constant product formula, X times Y equals K. Think of the liquidity pool like a balanced digital seesaw, holding both LMP and ITL. When someone buys LMP, they take it off the seesaw and replace it with ITL. To keep mathematical balance, the code automatically adjusts the price of the remaining LMP higher. No middleman needed. It's pure, mathematically dictated supply and demand.
And this swapping happens seamlessly, right inside the InterLink app via the Business Token Exchange. There's no clunky process of moving funds to a third-party platform. You want to swap ITL to LMP? It's literally one tap. Notice that tiny 0.3% swap fee? That doesn't line the pockets of some corporate intermediary. It goes directly back to the community, rewarding the everyday liquidity providers funding the pool.
Which brings us to the e-commerce flywheel, or what I like to call the growth loop.
When you connect all these disparate mechanical parts, the fixed supply, the pool, the automated burns, you get a self-sustaining e-commerce flywheel. As more stores open and users process payments, those smart contracts wake up. They automatically buy LMP, throw it into that digital black hole, and tighten the supply while deepening the pool. It's a perpetual growth loop. If the platform succeeds in the real world, this engine fires faster and faster.
Finally, let's do a quick reality check on the risks you absolutely need to know about.
Because look, a brilliant protocol doesn't magically make you immune to reality. Let's be incredibly clear about what LMP is not. It is a tradable digital asset, meaning you absolutely carry market risk. It is not equity. It doesn't grant company ownership, it pays no dividends, and there is absolutely no guaranteed fixed price or safety net to catch you. You're gaining exposure to a system with built-in structural features, not a guaranteed winning lottery ticket.
If you hold or provide liquidity, you have to navigate real-world risks. There's business risk. If e-commerce slows down, the buy and burn engine stalls right alongside it. You also face market volatility and potential slippage if the pool gets shallow. Plus, liquidity providers face impermanent loss, meaning you could miss out on profits if the token's price swings wildly. And of course, there's always the looming threat of shifting global regulations and smart contract bugs.
So I'll leave you with this to ponder. As mechanisms like LMP bind tokens supply directly to real-world e-commerce, are we finally witnessing the end of the crypto casino? Is the dawn of true digital utility actually here? It's a fascinating bridge between cutting-edge digital assets and everyday retail behavior. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, keep questioning the mechanics behind the tech.